Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby and I'm back today to share a little project with you. Some time ago I posted a video on these carpet journals that I had made and the little pouches that I created to put the journals inside of. And I know a few people had asked about how I, got the lace on the pouches and things like that. And I never really got around to explaining it. So these particular ones, I actually made the pouch. And it's very similar to the way that we made those little purses. So a few videos back, I made a video on how I sewed the little pouches. So I'm not going to go through that again. This time I'm just going to quickly take you through how I put the lace on. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. And we're going to cheat a little bit. Instead of actually making the pouch this time, if you recall, I already spoke about these once before, but these are these little craft bags, canvas totes that I got at my dollar store, and I got 2 of them for $1.50, and these are like in the white color, and this is a cream color. And so what I thought I would do is, so it wouldn't take up too much time, is cover one of these with the lace. And so it's really not that hard. Here's my sample I made right before I came on to record, so that I kind of had something to follow. And they come out super cute. And you can put a journal or just goodies inside of there. So you could go to your dollar store or your craft store and you can find any size tote like this that you would like. Or you could go ahead and sew up your own. I'm going to use this one because it's the only one I have left now. And we're going to cover it in some lace. What I discovered along the way is that you probably would like to take some bigger pieces that you have, flat pieces, and sort of create a background. And I'll show you what I mean now. So I went to my box of lace. So this is just one box that I have. I have 3 like this. I've been very fortunate over time to go to garage sales and thrift shops and things like that, and found that's where the majority of my lace comes from. So I've showed you many videos on the stuff that I found over time, but yeah, I've been very lucky. So I have a lot of things to choose from. So I sort of picked out what I wanted to use on here, and I'll show you how I go about doing it. Now, the other thing I do is on some of these ones here, I did do a little hand stitching, but it really isn't necessary. I'm going to be using my glue gun for this project. So, like I said, we're going to want to lay down some bigger pieces first. And I'm going to start with the bottom. I'm going to use a piece of, this was a doily that I cut up, and there probably was a good chance that it might have been like an oval doily or something, but I cut it down so that I got sort of these straight pieces. So I'm going to use this piece for the very end, the bottom here. And I'm not too worried about this edge here because I'm going to put another piece of lace on top of it, but that's where I'm going to start, here on the bottom, and I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit. So really quite simply, I take my glue gun, and I don't use big wads of glue. I just use a little bit because you don't want it to look messy. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom here. Being careful not to burn yourself, and I'm just going to lay this on. And I probably put it about less than half an inch, maybe in half an inch from the edge there. and glue it down. If you would like to, you could go all the way around now, or you could do one side and then the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this down now on the other side. Just like that. Okay. I'm not too worried about these edges because I'm going to go back and fix all of that towards the end. Okay, so the next big piece I want to put down is, I mean, obviously you guys aren't going to have the same laces as I do, but essentially we're just trying to lay down a base of flat, wide pieces of lace. And you can interchange the colors. I like the whites and creams together, and like this one we're going to add also a little bit of gold. So whatever you have, or sometimes you want to use it to match a project or a journal that's going to go inside. So the next one I'm going to put down is this one. So I'm going to put some glue on the biggest part of this, or that doesn't show through anyway. So you can just look for places on the lace where you're not going to see glue. You can always go back and add more. So I'm going to lay this one down here. Sorry, there's going to be a little bit of silence in this video. Okay. That's down pretty good. And then flip it over here. And now I'm going to get lazy. I'm just going to put some glue along here now that I kind of know where it's supposed to go. Just like that. And I can go back and do some along the trim here. There's a good chance that other lace is going to go over top of it. And so I'm not too worried about how much glue I put on there, but it's enough to keep it down, that's for sure. Okay, and then the next one that I'm going to put on is this one here. This super pretty lace. I'm trying to look for sort of the right side. I think it's this side. Okay. So lay down some more glue. Project goes by very quickly, but you can achieve such a pretty little bag for a journal if you want to give it away as a gift. And it's a nice idea, and then they could also use it for if they don't want to leave a journal in it, then anything else, right? Okay, and then I think I have one more. So this really wide piece of lace here will go up here. So I'm going to start with the top here because I want to make sure that I get the lace all the way up here. These bags are a little, they could use an ironing, I think. Okay, So I just want to make sure that I get right up to the top edge here. Just there. Okay. Just put a little bit more in here. Got a little bit of glue here. Okay, and then I'll flip this over. And we'll just do this quickly on this side. Okay. All right. So then the next thing we want to do is kind of fill in some of these gaps here. Okay, so I have this little bit of thinner white lace, and it's super pretty, and I think I'm going to use that to sort of fill up the first gap. So this line right here between the first two pieces of lace that we put down, and I'm just going to put a little bead of glue through there. There, and we'll go across the back here. Okay, just like that. And then the next one that we're gonna put on, this little ruffled lace here, so pretty. And we're gonna put that one sort of in between this second row of lace here. So this is our bottom fringe, and that's the white one we just put on. And this is the next piece of wide lace that we put down. So I'm gonna put this little fringed trim sort of in the middle of this one. So right through there. So I'll put down some glue. I'm just kind of eyeballing and going through the center, more or less. It's a little late now and my lines aren't as straight as they could be. So that goes on there. We'll go around and do this side here. That. You don't want to pull too tight because then the sides of your little purse kind of cave in, and we don't want that. Okay, that's that one. And then I have this sort of, this is very old, looks like pom-pom trim, but it's actually, I cut this also in two pieces, but this is how it came. Some of it is sort of sewn together in a very raw sort of way, but I like it. And we're gonna put that one just here. Put it down now, kind of overlapping the next seam. So between the, this is the bottom trim, and then we had this wide piece here, and then this is like the third one. So we're just gonna go between the second and third right now here. And I'm gonna put one line of glue just above the seam and one beneath it, because this kind of has two rows, right? So I'll go here, and then I'll go here, and hopefully that's right. So that worked out pretty well. So that goes on there. So really we're just layering up. I'm just kind of doing this while you guys follow along, but I mean, yours is not going to look like mine because, you know, we all have different laces and trims and things, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of how you can layer them up, or, you know, attaching, where you can attach a frill and where you know, I don't know. I just thought it might help a little if you wanted to try to make these little pouches, and they're just so pretty. So anything you do will look beautiful, I'm sure, because we all have pretty laces and trims that we want to use up, and not necessarily in a journal or somewhere else, when this is a good way to use them. So there's that. Okay, and like I said, we're going to clean those all up on the side there. I'm not worried about that yet. I have this gold and white trim, and this one goes sort of, it's going to go above, I'm going to layer it just above this white, on the edge of that white little pom-pom trim. So I'm just going to go as close to that edge as I can with the glue. There. Get that on. Okay, get some over here. And then go around the back here. Like that. Okay. So that's that one. That looks really pretty. So we're getting there. Then I have a little piece of this sort of beige ribbon here, or lace, sorry. And I'm gonna just fill in that last gap here between the big white piece that we put down and this cream colored one. So right in there. And put some glue down. Here. Just go around this side. It's kind of relaxing and simple. You could really, if you had bought, you know, buy a bunch of those, and you could just prepare a whole bunch. Just sit here, put on your favorite movie, and put these together. Because it's not too difficult once. The hardest part I found was just trying to find the pieces of lace that I wanted to use. But the rest of it was fairly easy. And then I'm going to put this really wide trim across the top. So I'm actually just going to put glue on the lace. I just find this one a little easier to work with if I hold it. Sorry. So I'm just going to kind of put it right, not right up to the edge, but maybe just like 1/8 of an inch away. There. We're almost done. A little more glue. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is just clean up those edges. Put this down. that's it. See, that didn't take very long at all. So it looks really pretty already. So let's just clean up some edges here. I'm gonna just actually trim these down. And then if you're gonna do that, just be careful that you don't cut anything important. So now I just kind of put some glue on there, just down the side. And I just do, you know, tuck it in the best that I can. And then I'll just clean up this edge a little. Just like that. Okay, that's not too bad. And then you can just continue down. I have way too much lace on this side still. Need a pretty good pair of scissors, sharp scissors. Trim it down. There. Okay, I'll just show you. I cut it down as much as I can, as close as I can, just leaving a little bit of the lace so that I can now flip it around the edge here. I'll put some glue right down the center and then just kind of close it up. Nothing too complicated. Just like that. There. Okay, so we'll just close it up with some glue. And that's it, you guys. That's a cute little purse or a pouch that you can put a journal in, or just some extra goodies, even a really nice envelope with goodies inside for a giveaway, or you know, to send to somebody. That would be really cute too. So there's that one, and the one I made before, very similar. So that's it. I just let me just see if I can reach something here. I made this one. This is one I just made recently. It's quite large. But I made a handle on it, like a purse, and I just wanted to show you how I also layered that with lace, the handle. This was all with my little bits. I don't really ever throw too much away. Like, these are small now, but when I'm left with bits, I keep those too. So I ended up wrapping the handle as well, and I think this one came out really, really beautifully. I was really pleased with that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that, and hope you like this little project. I hope you'll give it a try. And like I said, you can make quite a few of them in a short amount of time, okay? So I hope you guys are all doing well, and we'll talk to you real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.